This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Well, Joe Budden has some nerve. See, I can understand, like Fresh and Fit, they cross the line a lot with their content. And you know, I get the foundation of the content. It was basically trying to restore the balance between men and women, women respecting men, men respecting women, and you know, just having an open conversation because people have looked at dating differently. Men have looked at dating women differently, you know, dating. I think some guys go, you know, way too far and treat women like dirt. And then women have in turn, you know, treated men like dirt because they have more power financially nowadays. Like, what I mean by that is, you know, I would say 12, 15 years ago, it was more like famous guys than famous women. Now there's tons of famous women because they're famous on IG and this and that. It kind of brought a new balance of power to things, which is fine, you know, but things always go too far one way. So Fresh and Fit would have these uncomfortable conversations, and you know, some girls, just like some guys, have a crazy look on the opposite sex, right? So they would have those open conversations. I've seen girl versions of Fresh and Fit that check guys that look at relationships weird too, you know? So anyways, Joe Budden criticized him, calls him doofs that never got any punani. And he's cheering that they don't make money on their content on YouTube anymore, which is pretty foul because Joe Budden has plenty of skeletons in his closet. And it's the messenger, right? I can understand some women and stuff not liking Fresh and Fit. It's abrasive, right? I'm not calling them. I think people don't. If you digest a whole episode, you can kind of see all spectrums of it. People get clips, right? Whenever I see clips of something that I don't like, I kind of try to go look at the whole video. And I see that where they were actually helping some people, you know? So it's not so bad. There have been some harsh takes that could have been dealt with differently. Yes, that goes for everybody. Joe Budden, too. Joe Budden has a history of putting his hands on women. That's way worse than calling a woman a name or something. Joe Budden has been arrested, had warrants, had females account that he puts hands on females. That is disgusting. He is just as bad as, he's like Fabulous to me. That's why he was so soft on Fabulous. Fabulous allegedly knocked out his girl's teeth. Remember? And she was going to leave him and everything. That was all on tape. It's not made up, you know? Joe Budden was soft on that because he's friends with Fab. And you know what? They do the same stuff. They put hands on women, you know? Joe Budden, I enjoy his content, but let's just be honest. He puts his hands, he's been accused of choking girlfriends and stuff like that. It's disgusting. It's absolutely gross. You never put your hands on a woman. It makes me question the way he was raised, you know? Fresh and Fit never put hands on women or talked about it's okay to put hands on women. They just had difficult conversations. And Joe Budden just couldn't stand that they made it, you know, doing that content. Joe Budden, his own network, was accused of doing foul things to some women that he had given a like a show on his network. That fell apart quick because he is crazy. He's destroying his own podcast now. He's having beef with his own friends. You know, it's saying like, yeah, he has his friends' ex-wives or ex-girlfriends over to smoke hookah. I mean, this guy's really a bad person, bro. Like, Joe Budden is a horrible person, but he does a good podcast, you know? So for him to be criticizing them of something he's done way worse is just hilarious to me and super hypocritical. I mean, he screwed over Rory and Mal. They helped build that podcast with him. I don't care what he says. They were there within the first 20 episodes. That was real fresh. Okay? Real new. Joe Budden's podcast took off when he got on Complex, and he'd put the work in. And I bet you he felt like, I'm the one that's on Complex but they still had to, bringing attention to it, but they still had to have that content and banter. He has to have banter with somebody. So he brought his friends on. I don't know. Joe Budden's out of control, bro. It's a shame. I agree that Fresh and Fit have been a little too hard on stuff. I don't totally disagree with Joe Budden. It's just the messenger saying it. Joe Budden is hilarious. That's all I can say. Hilarious. But Joe learned he had to kind of like tame his content down a little bit, and have different people on and stuff like that. Now he has a female on the couch, so it has a balance to it. It's all good. I just didn't like the way he was like. It's like, come on, bro. Like, you put stop, and don't blame it on that you were using. There's no excuse to put hands on a woman. Okay. Anyways, this is Jordan Tower, JT News. Let me know what you guys think.